Howdy. So this is another DLP update, and this week went like last week, which went like the previous week, which went like the previous week. And I'm sorry I don't have huge updates. It's just there's a certain point where stuff's not going to happen. There's a point where there's kind of a I don't want to say stagnation, but things just kind of even out, and it takes a lot more effort to go any further. Or maybe that's it. Maybe that's just the way things are going to be, and things are just better than they would have been, and things have to go bad for things to stand out. I guess that was kind of confusing. Anyway, the point is, things were very similar to the way they have been, except I did notice that I had a lot more opportunities for service, and they came very last minute, and they were very inspired. One example I have is that, well, I don't know if I can really elaborate on it, but I had a friend who I reached out to just on a whim because another friend was busy, and we ended up hanging out, and it actually meant a lot to them. They kind of said so, but they didn't really say it in so many words, but it's one of those things you can tell. So that was really great. I was happy I could be there for that person. And I just had random opportunities with the missionaries, very, very last minute. The other day I was driving home, and I was actually about to order my dinner, and before I could place my order, they sent me a text and they asked me if I could meet with them and go to a lesson or two. And I obviously said yes. And so I went to the lesson, and then we went to somebody else's house, and we actually got to bless a child, and that was pretty awesome. Because it's not every day that you get to exercise your priesthood in that way. It's not often that. Well, I guess it depends on who you are and where you are and whatnot. But for me, it's not an everyday occurrence. It's not a regular thing that's asked of me that I would have to do. And so it was a really great experience. And then today again, I got a last minute opportunity to help serve and then go to a lesson. And so even though huge things aren't really happening, if anything, the things that I was really excited about that seemed to be being put into motion are kind of reaching a plateau, just like the amazing things happening just in general reached a plateau. I appreciate these opportunities to serve because it's I don't know, it's a continued opportunity to be worthy of the additional things that I want. And I mean, I guess most importantly is that I get to serve somebody else. I mean, that's key, is being able to be there for somebody else, and the becoming worthy of other stuff is just like icing on the cake. But yeah, I just think it's really great to get to help somebody else along, and that's what I've gotten out of my project this week. I've been reading a little bit more, and I'm not quite where I set out to be, but I'm getting there. And that's it. That's the update for this week. So we'll see y'all Monday.